Man, I'm going to have the exact same problem Kim was complaining about. I'm like, I'm down here, you're up here, the rest of my room and the outside of the world is everywhere else. And I'm on a spinny chair. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Let's talk about the power outage yesterday. Um, by the time I post this, it's not going to have been yesterday anymore. But there was a power outage yesterday. My French class got canceled. I was very, very happy because I don't like my French teacher. I'm really sad to say that because I love my French teacher from high school. She's amazing, but my French teacher this year is. I don't like her. We're just gonna go with that. I don't really want to say, go around posting awful things about my French teacher on the internet. That's not really a very, I don't know, polite, professional, whatever thing to do. But I don't really like her that much. Let's leave it at that. I was happy to have class canceled. So instead, yesterday, what I did was I went looking for my keys, which I lost at a friend's birthday party. It really sucks because, like, I've had those keys since my sophomore year, most of them, and it just feels odd not having them. Like, here's my keys. Besides my car keys, this is all I have left of my keychain. And my car keys I only added, like, since I got my license. Oh, hey, there we go. Car keys! Oh, I'm staring at myself again. God! So, yeah, I lost a ton of my keys, and it's really, really obnoxious, but what can I say? I don't know, I'm having trouble thinking of things to say for this, because we've been doing this unit in my English class where we're like, blogs and vlogs and everything is all part of communication and it's all an essay. And I'm like, maybe I should talk about something serious or semi-serious. I don't know. I'm kind of about this whole thing. So we'll see what happens. My plan is to do a 5-5 format. I plan to talk to you like this for 5 minutes at least, and then after that, you're going to get 5 minutes of me working on something drawing wise. Hopefully, that will help me finish my CG things because I'm really bad at finishing them, let's be honest. I'm gonna try not to do so many of these expansive gestures, but I talk with my hands a lot. So I'm just gonna sit on them now. We're going to see what happens when I sit on my hands. I immediately can't think of anything to think of. Wow, that's just fabulous. Just sitting on my hands is the best idea I've ever come up with for a vlog ever. Yeah. Oh! Okay, so Kim decided she wanted to show the proof of her education by talking about things she was learning. And so far, I have to say I've learned nothing in calculus. I have learned nothing that I didn't already know in calculus and French. And in English, well, I guess we've been having pretty interesting discussions. So, Scarlet Days are going to be art history days. Isn't everyone just so excited? Maybe I'll put some links in the description. I don't know yet. Right now in the Renaissance, we are doing, everyone who's famous. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Donatello, if you watched the Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, and then we're talking about people who aren't so famous, like Titian, who, if you know art, you've probably heard of. And if you just watched the Ninja Turtles, you probably haven't. And oh god, what's the other guy's name? Okay, things I'm going to have to study. Number one, the architect from the High Renaissance, who wasn't, one of the other Renaissance men that I've already mentioned. So we're studying those guys, and it's fascinating how Michelangelo draws people. Because if you look at a Michelangelo statue, you're like, whoa, look at that realism. Maybe a little bit too muscular, like maybe that's a little bit too idealized, but you look at him and you're like, dude, like look at the legs on like David the statue. Because I know somebody watching this thought something else. And then you look at his drawings and like, or his paintings, and look at the painting he did of the Final Judgment on the back of the Sistine Chapel, and Jesus is this giant hunk of meat. He's like shaped like this, and then legs, and like is so funny. And I understand that he was supposed to make Jesus look sort of imposing or something, but oh my god, Jesus looks so weird. Most of his paintings seem pretty out of proportion when it comes to like muscles versus head. The other thing about Michelangelo is that I mean, we've all seen the whole God reaching out to Adam painting that he did on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. It's iconic, right? But the thing about the whole like God and Adam Tragic is that nobody sits the way Adam is sitting in that picture. Nobody. It's like a man pinup pose. I seriously think this because the way he's got like one leg up and like one leg out and then he's like turning and he's got like one arm reaching out to God. I'm like, dude, paint me like one of your biblical figures. I'm going, Michelangelo, I don't know if I like where you're going with this. Now I think I've done enough of this talking portion, so I will bid you adieu for now, and we will go over to the other format. Okay, so now we move to the part where I'm actually going to be drawing, and what I'm drawing is here, I'll show you. It's a little animation of somebody doing a sassy walk, and, oh god, I have to work on these legs so much. So, right now, we're mainly going to be trying to work on these freaking legs. Oh my god, I'm not even sure where to start. We're just gonna look at the right leg, well, her left leg, but alright. We're just gonna look at that, and we're going to try to work with it, and hopefully, we're going to get somebody with a decent sassy walk out of this. So what we have is we have the leg in front, and then that leg comes a little bit forward. Okay, so to make that transition better, let's get between these two places on the hip, and let's move that leg a little bit. So now we go back up to layer 8. I'm going to start sketching. Now, thing is, between these two, the head does move a bit, but I'm not worrying about this entire top half with the hand and the arms quite yet. The legs are confusing me enough, so let's just work down here. Okay, so then I want this right there-ish. It should really be a little more even, so I'm gonna slant that up a little. And then, oh gosh. So, this front leg is gonna come down and split the difference. And this is just how I animate. I am probably doing completely crap right now because I've never animated anybody walking before. I'm just gonna kind of erase this a little bit and then go over this way. The amount of the knee that actually like doesn't have any thigh or anything else around it is just, I'm just flabbergasted. Like, looking at old paintings and old statues and stuff, you really see how much that knee actually does stand out, and it just blows my mind, honestly. Okay, so I think I rather like that. I can see kind of the shadow of either foot. I'm gonna kind of try to split the difference again, and yeah, you can't really see if that's helping much just because I have so much other stuff in the background. So we're just gonna have to do our best and hope that at some point we can actually figure out whether or not our best is actually any good. So I'm gonna adjust this a little bit just because it's gonna look really awkward if that thigh is that much bigger. And then I'm super sketchy. When Kim draws, it's just like, well, I don't like this line, so I'm just gonna erase it and draw it over again. Perfect. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it's not like she just effortlessly creates perfect lines. It's just that she does a lot of whole erase. Wow, what did I just do? That's just really embarrassing and irritating at the same time. I'm embarrassed and I'm irritated. Fabulous. Or glorious. So I want that foot to be about there, so I'm gonna kind of angle it like that. And where did I want that foot to be? I don't remember. I think it was right here. That's actually a much better leg than the one I drew in the next panel, so it's gonna be like the leg quality is going to drastically get worse. between panels. Okay, that's cool. Or between frames, not panels. Panels? You would think I was a comic book artist over here. God, I don't know, with all this talk of panels. This is probably going to be a bit of a jump cut section just because drawing takes such a long time. And I'm just gonna take out my other two sets of legs and leave us with kind of a... Oh, that's much better. Okay, so you can see how that's progressing along, and hopefully there will be more frames soon that will tell us exactly how her legs move. So I have no clue what my outro is going to be either. As you can see, I'm now in zombie lighting, but I guess this has been number 2. I hope you enjoyed. Scarlet out.